Pedestrian accidents are a unique type of accident. I think the main cause of pedestrian accidents are failure of a motorist to keep a proper lookout. Who knows why a person doesn't keep a proper lookout? There's just so many reasons. A lot of them these days is, okay, I'm looking down at my phone, I'm texting, I'm looking at a message. Those are typical things that cause pedestrian accidents. And not anticipating a pedestrian is another common cause. You know, if you're in a school district or if you're in an area where someone's walking normally and going to a store or something like that, and being able to anticipate, hey, there's going to be pedestrians coming across here is another common reason why those type of accidents occur. The type of injuries that we see in pedestrian accidents are usually very serious. It's an automobile or truck on hitting somebody's body without protection. And so that's normally going to cause very serious injuries. You will see the gamut of injuries from a head injury, somebody being knocked down and hitting their head, to broken arms or legs, to crushed torso, to you will see the whole gamut of injuries, and normally it's going to be pretty serious. The damages available to people in pedestrian accidents are compensatory damages. That's to compensate you for what has happened to you. The compensatory damages include pain and suffering, mental anguish, lost earnings, loss of income, cost of your medical bills. Those are the typical compensatory damages that you will see. Normally when people are involved in a pedestrian accident, the mental state is confusion, questioning, wondering what to do, what they need to do. Most people don't really understand what needs to happen and what needs to be done after an accident like that. And so we try to take it from the client and make it as easy on them as possible. I think my past clients and current clients would say that I'm very involved in their case, that I know what I'm doing, I'm very experienced, that I've given them good advice, I hope to give them good advice. I think they trust me, and trust between a client and the lawyer is probably the most important thing. Client communication is very important. It's important for me to get back to my client as soon as possible. I try to get back to my client. If they call me that day, I'm trying to get back to them that day. Sometimes that's difficult because sometimes you're off in court or meetings or that sort of thing. But I am very mindful that a client, when they call me as their lawyer, they're wanting to know something. And when people want to know something, they're entitled to get an answer back as quickly as possible. So I'm going to try to get back to you, the client, as quickly as I can. I'm a small firm. I'm what we call a solo practitioner. I have assistants, but I'm the only lawyer in my firm. I've got other lawyers in the same building with me that I consult with, so it's not like that. It's just me. Sometimes I step next door and talk to another lawyer and say, hey, give me your advice about this. I feel like it's a real advantage to the client being a solo practitioner because I'm personally involved in their case step by step, all the way through from calling our office the very first time to taking your case to court. My firm is different in the respect that I have been practicing for 40-something years. I have a lot of experience, and what I think is a real advantage to the client and the difference in my firm and others is that I have practiced on both sides of the case. And by that I mean I've done defense work. I now do plaintiff's work. I handle people cases. I don't represent companies. I don't represent insurance companies. I represent the people. And I think I'm different in the respect that I have that experience that at one point in time, I did represent insurance companies. It was 20 plus years ago, but I know what to anticipate that they're going to do and can be a move ahead of them at all times. During the initial consultation on a pedestrian accident case, you can expect me to find out about you personally, about your everyday living activities, about your family about your family experiences, because I want to know how a pedestrian accident has affected your life. Well, I want to know about your work and whether it's affected your work. I need to know all about your medical situation, about your injuries, what medical treatment you've had, what you anticipate undergoing, whether you need to be referred to any other specialist for those injuries, and how long it is going to be that you are expected to have medical treatment, and how long is expected for you to recover. And then I obviously need to know about the accident and where it occurred. I'm probably going to want to go to the scene. I may even have you go to the scene with me. Those are the main categories of what you can expect me to inquire about during an initial consultation.